everybody, my name is Ellie and that's my dog Nala in the back. Nala, you wanna say hi? Great. Thank you so much for being here. I'm freezing, okay? I'm freezing. Today I really want to talk about what it means to show up for yourself. And this is something that I'm still learning in all of its ways. And I think in my healing journey, it has been a lot of ups and downs, like everything in life. And the biggest thing that I'm learning is that in order for me to really, be in my truest light and in my truest being, I must do the work on myself. And what does that even look like, right? People are always like, well, what do I have to do? And like, how do I do this? And it's really like, well, it's about looking at your triggers. It's about investigating why you feel the way you do about things. It's about asking yourself, how come that makes me feel shitty or that makes me feel sad? And why do I feel envy or jealousy or unworthiness when this happens or that happens or when I don't get this or when I do get this or whatever it may be? Once you really start to learn that Earth is the planet of lessons, we're here to learn lessons. We are here to experience all of our experiences individually in order for us to learn what we have to learn from this experience. And so in order for you to do that, it's about just digging into yourself, asking yourself the questions. Share that. And doing the work is obviously spending time with yourself. We're constantly distracted by so many things. We're constantly having to go out and do this and do that, and we figure this out, and then we got to do this, and then the last thing we do is take care of ourselves, right? And then you don't really know how you feel about certain things. You can't really process, and you don't break down, you don't heal from things because you're constantly on the run. I spent most of my life not knowing myself. I was very aware of myself. I've always been a very aware human being, okay? I've always been very emotional. I've always been very sensitive. I've always been an observer for sure. And I've just always thought like, okay, I know that I'm different, but like, what is this all about? And how do I figure out myself? For me, it's definitely been just asking myself, why is this happening for me? This bad thing just happened, or this unfortunate thing just happened, or whatever it is. And instead of being like, why did this happen to me? It's really like, why is this given to me right now? What am I here to learn from this? And when you start to see that all of it are just lessons and all you have to do is take the time to understand it, that's when you can learn and take the gold nugget from this particular gift that was given to you. There's a gift in it, and your job is to find the gift. When you're going through an experience and it's so hard and you're hitting rock bottom and you're smashing your head and you're just like want to give up and like everything sucks, when you get through it, because you always do get through it, and the light comes through, there's a part of you that's really grateful for that really hard time, because that hard time made you realize a lot of things about yourself. It made you realize that you were weak, or you were codependent, or you had no boundaries, or that you were a people pleaser, or that you give too much, or that you're really selfish, or you're really manipulative, whatever it may be, whatever the lesson was that you learned from it, you know that you're always in gratitude for it, and that's this life. This life is the darkness and the light. Without the darkness, you can't appreciate the light, and you can't appreciate the light without the darkness. So they go hand in hand, because everything is balance. Let me show you. Everything is balanced. And when you start to understand that your job is to balance this life and take away the lessons that you're supposed to from every experience, and you fall into the frequency of gratitude, now we playing. And I think even for me, it was interesting. I had this experience today where, this girl snores so loud. I had this experience recently where I know this woman, and this woman is just like everything that like a woman, like everything that I think a woman should embody and be, this girl that I know is that. And she's just so beautiful inside and out, and I love her and I admire her so much. And there was a part of me today where I was going through her social media, and I was just like feeling like envious of her, you know? And it made me feel like bad about myself. And so I got off the phone and I was walking around and I was thinking about this, and I was like, clearly this came up for a reason. First of all, we're really grateful for this because it's bringing up a part of me that I know that I need to face. And so I sat down and I journaled it, and it had to do with, you know, just programs that I have ingrained in myself, you know, taking life experiences and deeming that one thing to be the truth, when in reality, like all I have to do is say, no, that truth was a truth in a time where you didn't know better. And in reality, this is your truth. And I think that one of the things is when I look at her and I think of how beautiful she is, I had a lot of shame growing up, I think, being Asian and feeling like I was like weird or like weird looking or like I wasn't beautiful and all these things. And I realized like that little part of me was still coming up as I was looking at this girl. And so when I was journaling, I realized, like, I wrote, beauty comes in all shapes and sizes and forms. That she is beautiful, but so am I, you know? And I can admire her for all that she is. And I think that's really beautiful because it's very telling of how I admire myself. And I turned that envy energy into just, I love a woman that's just so, that's emanating light, because that's really who I am becoming as well. And so just changing the story that the only person that gets to decide whether or not you're beautiful is you. That's it. That's it. And so if you walk around being like, I am, then you are. Then who cares what anyone else thinks? You get what I'm saying here? And another thing that came up when I was going through her whole thing was like, it really made me very aware of my relationship with my physical body, because I feel like I've gone through a lot of just different things with my body and never having a connection and never having taking care of my body in the way that I really want to take care of my body. And I realized that so much of this journey for me is going to be connecting with myself, taking care of myself, loving myself and loving my body and thanking my body for all that it does. You know, when you poop, say thank you. When I poop, I go, thank you. When I wake up in the morning and my body feels great, I'm like, thank you. When I do an amazing hike and I get to the top of the cliff and I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you, you know? So all of these things are things that I actively do to take care of myself, because I'm here for the level up. I'm here to see who I really could be in this life. I'm here to really understand myself in all the ways. And that's why I join programs, and that's why I work on myself and learn from the programs and instill that into my life. And that's why I read books, and that's why I do all these things, because I've lived far too long in this life just not loving who I am and not understanding that I am a master of energy, that I am a divine being, that I am way more connected than I've ever thought or believed. Whatever. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm connecting everything. Chakras, you know? And it's been the hardest, most magical, most divine, most beautiful journey. So for you out there who's like, how do I do the work? I'd say start calling in. Start calling in what it is that you want to appear in your life. If you want a teacher or friendships or mentors or programs that are going to help you discover yourself, then call those things in. Your words are energy, my love. It's all energy. So call it in and then do the work, dude. You will only get as far in this life as you push yourself. So you can do the excuses, the victim stuff, the woe is me, that I feel bad for myself, as long as you want. That's fine. But there's gonna come a point where you're not gonna be able to stand yourself anymore. And before you get to that point, just go for it now. The more you start to unravel, the more you become conscious, the more you open yourself up to the unknown, to the unseen, it's gonna get wild in like the most beautiful ways. So the answer is, are you up for the challenge or not? Because if you're not, then don't. But if you are, I salute you, because this shit is hard, bruh. One of my favorite teachers right now, she says, weak people don't heal. It's true. This shit's hard. Only the strong do. So are you strong or not? I hope you learned something from this. Thank you so much for the views. Please share this to get the message around. I'm keeping up with this because I'm here to spread light. I'm here to spread light. As I also ignite the light within me, as I learn, as I grow, as I evolve, as I elevate. Because I'm here for that. You know? I'm here for a life that is worth smiling about when I'm on my deathbed. You know? Subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at LEYJLee. Everything else is in the description box below. Okay? Let me know in the comment section what resonated with you. And I love you guys. And I'll catch you on the flip side.